Good morning, good morning. This is Julie. It is Monday, November 6th. This is crude oil, and we're going to be looking at this just for a few minutes. $1.99 is the PT2 for the daily. So the $2 daily range for 68% of the distribution, and that's going from the mean to the 3. And for going from the mean to the 3, you can see we hit this 2 standard deviation right here, 83.12. But if you move it from the mean and go down to the current low, you get approximately that upper weekly one. Oops. Calculated on the session open. So instead of a daily range, we're going to be hitting some weekly one resistance, potentially for an up move. If we continue moving down, we could get to the lower daily one at 80.08 for a target for that 68% of the move. So I always like to see where that 68% is, high and low, as well as on open and close. And so, you know, keep that in mind. We definitely want to be paying attention to this range box because that could very well be an inside trading range for the dealer. They can just stay inside the 68% and be happy. So let me shade this. Okay, so we've got some shading on this. So really anything inside my white shaded box is just going to be an inside trading day, up and downs. So it's how you like to get, positioned in the market. A good way to do it is to use the range, support resistance. So you can do that on multiple time frames. I like putting the Globex distribution on the chart. So let me add that now. And I'm going to put a 60-minute also on the chart. And I just need to change this to an O. 8. Get rid of the tails. And then add a 60-minute. I've got a daily candlestick data pulling in for this chart, so I can get calculations off the daily as well instead of a 5-minute. And we want to also add the 1 hour IB, so I'm going to change this to the 1 hour IB. And change it real quick. Alright, so my charts are set up. Going to be looking for a maximum of 278 for a full range. But anything outside this first standard deviation, that's when we would want to be looking for, these tail runs. And you can see on the downside of this move, we get to the resistance, or the support, pardon me, the weekly support. So here's your Globex one at 80.55 and your 1 hour IB one And that calculation is on the close, I believe. Let me go in and add one for the open as well. No, that was for the open. That was for the prior session. So I want to add one for the close. Okay, so I added another 1 hour IB calculation to the chart. And you can see here we're sitting on that support 81.46. 81.52 is the daily one. So anything, where anything below the daily one will be a gap close after we get through the support at 46 and 38. And then potentially these lower areas. And here's a good day trading template for you. Let's look at the higher time frames. Here is a 90-day, 30-day, and you can see, let me get rid of our chart markings. You can see we're sitting on the 30-day right now, and here's your 90-day at 74.38. So 80.24 is the support, and we would need to get below that to make any progress for those lower strikes. You can see we're sitting right in the middle of the quarterly ones, always in the middle of the chart, choppy, 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 up and down. Monthly, new range. We're at the beginning of the month, so you're sitting here right in the middle of your monthly range. Weekly, you can see that we were below that lower overall weekly one here, and it looks like they're trying to retrace back inside of it. $82.35, $82.93, $83.14 for those weekly upper levels. I showed some charts with some mid sections in it, and here is a good look at some support resistance using the weekly levels. This is a longer time frame, 2 month. One week. Catching a bounce at the 2 month one. Yeah, this looks like a pretty nice chart. Shows that we are inside the range. So you just have to have your own path for trading, whether you're long or short inside that. And like I said, this is a game of support resistance, so you're trying to get as close as possible to an inflection level and then trade to a target for your maximum reward. Profit targets, not necessarily high tick or low tick, but optimally designed to reach target. Or that's the idea. And you can see that the algos respond pretty well to the levels on a routine basis as far as finding the target. If it gets going, if it leaves the 1, it goes to the 2, and if it leaves the 2, it tries to go to the 3. So it, pretty much works the same way. If you get a reversal, on a level, you can have that nice rip up. So it looks like here we found resistance and support. And so here's your straddle idea, 81.52 to 82.10. Long or short back down. It's your daily distribution. Here's that Globex overnight. Globex 2s containing price. So again, you can get up into these upper whites. You've got two white lines to hit to the upside, and I showed that we were within that daily second standard deviation to reach up to this 82.78. Here's the 7 day spreads, and we're right in the middle of these distributions. So we have a long way to go. Right in the middle of the ones. The 8 day ones are the yellow, and so we haven't even, you know, gotten out of the straddle between the 8 day one and the 7 day three. The mean for those. So the 7 day three and the 8 day one, those means can act as my straddle. Here's some weekly levels. Here's some spreads. And I use different time frames as far as daily time frames, data series, to generate the distribution. These are down daily 3,000 days. And you can see, yes, last week it captured it perfectly. And now again, we have new levels to trade to. I'll make a screenshot of that and post it. Here's monthly threes. Quarterly threes. There's that 95 average. They're on psychedelics. That's crazy. And here's nat gas. It's fallen down again, right at your 34.80 and your 34.93. So I would be looking for a bounce around 32.24, 32.59. Okay, yeah, this is the daily, and you can see the range is contracting a little bit. The slope is going down. So that is a buy the dip when you're going down into support on range contraction. If it was going to break the range, you'd want that slope to be going high so that you could get that breakout, like right here. In fact, right in front of us. This slope was going high, and you got your range breakout right there. This slope is going down, so you're going to get your bounce right there. Probably. We'll look. We'll see. Andrew, let me know. All right.